Hello, I'm Tyler Powell, and I get the honor to serve alongside Pastor Matt here at the Village Church as our church planting director, as well as serve on staff with Acts 29 as one of our assessment coordinators. Acts 29 is 25 years old, and over that time frame, I've been able to be on staff at Acts 29 or at an Acts 29 church for over 17 of those years. And what I have valued about Acts 29 is that its theology has continued to be the foundation on who it is. Even though you would think over a span of time that our theological beliefs and convictions might change or shift, it has not. Our theology continues to be the foundation in which we build off of in planting churches. We value longevity in our theological convictions.
Yeah, speaking of longevity, I don't think I have a memory of Acts 29 that doesn't involve you. I think most of the guys watching this video will have had at least a phone call with you, and if they're one of the older guys, then a 3 or 4 hour conversation with you. And so it's fun to actually do a video about this with you. One of the reasons that our theological distinctives haven't changed is we find ourselves firmly anchored in a historic orthodox stream of doctrinal belief. We're not trying to create anything new, nor are we being tossed about, as the scripture says, by every new wind of teaching. We find ourselves anchored in what the church has celebrated throughout her history, and we have no intention of changing that. Now, I want to bring like maybe some language that will help us as we watch one another serve the Lord in this moment of history. Acts 29 has over 700 churches globally now, over 40 countries in over 30 languages. And that means when we talk about our theological distinctives, what we're talking about is alignment, not uniformity. And so if we think about the contextual outworking of doctrine across the world, we can expect that the practice of that doctrine might look different from country to country. Gosh, even in the United States, in certain parts of the country as opposed to other parts, urban and rural, suburban, and you name it. And so we want to be gracious towards one another, but we do want to be able to look into one another's churches and see that these doctrines are valued and that there is an outworking of that theology in the discipleship practices and functions of that church. And so although our doctrine is not changing and that we are as firm as we've ever been in it, I want to just remind us that we're looking for not uniformity, but we're looking for a way to say, yes, this is a value. We are practicing this doctrine as a church. And when I'm talking about these things, I'm primarily talking about our 5 theological distinctives. And so those 5 theological distinctives have been with us almost since the beginning, and we believe they are imperative for the kind of churches Acts 29 wants to plant, support, and launch new churches out of.
I encourage you to go to our website to learn more about the details around our theological distinctive, acts29.com. Go to the About page. Who we want to align with, we align with those that fit those 5 theological distinctives, and those are: we are gospel-centered, we are reformed in our view of salvation, we are spirit-filled and spirit-led, we are unapologetically complementarian, and our churches are missional. We believe that the local church is the means by which God chooses to establish his kingdom here on earth.
Yeah, so let me land the plane on this video, just as direct as I can be. The theological beliefs of Acts 29 are not changing, and the future of those theological beliefs are not changing. The future is unchanging. I think this is important because there's a lot shifting in our day. Our cultural context is in a violent upheaval. And so I want you to breathe out that we have dropped anchor in this stream and we're not changing it now or in the future.